हे गाइस, इस क्लिप्स के चैनल को मैंने आपके लिए बनाया है सो दैट आप बाइट साइज इंफॉर्मेशन को इंजेक्शन ले लो और स्ट्रांग बन जाओ डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में। तो ये छोटे छोटे इंजेक्शन लगाते रहो और स्ट्रांग बनते रहो अपनी डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में। सब्सक्राइब करो और फॉलो करो।
How long did it take for you to get your first client, and how was that? Do you remember that story?
Yeah, I do remember my first client. It's a funny story. I had it was through LinkedIn. I believe it's probably the only client I've ever got through LinkedIn,
Okay,
which is a common situation for a lot of people.
right.
But I had a blog post, and this lady from Victoria reached out, and she just sent me a message like, Lucas, I have public speaking anxiety. I'd love to chat with you and see if you could work with me. I'd never worked with anybody in one-on-one scenario. I've done a few groups talks. So we get on a Skype call. We're here. I'm like, okay, what's going on? She's telling me her situation. I go, okay. I go, we can do it. And at this time, I'm living in my parents' basement,
Right.
struggling financially.
Sure.
My room was next to the door. Every day I'd hear my mom open the door and talk to her client, and they'd be talking like, is your son, is he still pursuing this dream? Is he going to get a job? And there was so much concern
Right.
on the side that I felt terrible every day because I could hear it, but I
Right.
still listening to Gary Vaynerchuk and put the message out there.
Of course.
That bolstered me through this. So to your point though, first client, we got on the call and she goes, okay, so how much do you charge? I had no idea. I never charged anybody.
Right.
I was working, making $20 an hour. I thought that was amazing.
Right.
And so I flipped it. I go, well, what do you think is a fair rate?
Right.
And she goes, $70 an hour.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly my rate.
Right.
I'm like, and it was interesting because then she goes, oh my God, I knew this was meant to be. Perfect. Let's do it. So I said, okay, great. Let's schedule our first call. And she did that. I hung up and I remember running upstairs to the kitchen to my parents. And I'm sitting there going, I'm like, Mom, this lady, I just had her client. She's going to pay me $70 an hour.
Amazing.
And my mom's like, no way, nobody's going to pay you that much. And I'm like, Mom, she said she will. I swear to you. It was crazy. That shifted my mindset so much because then I was at the bar and every day that I was there, I'm a big believer in negative motivation.
Uh-huh.
I was there making the whatever, $9 an hour plus probably $3 an hour tips.
Right.
I'm here making about $12, $13 an hour. I could be out there working one-on-one and getting $70 an hour.
Right.
So that pushed me to take more action.
Lovely. I love that story. So you worked with that client, you got that client through LinkedIn, and you've obviously been the common theme between yours and mine is we've always surrounded by this man who's inspiring us.
Yes.
सो गाइस, मजा आया कि नहीं? सो इस क्लिप के चैनल को फॉलो कर लो बिकॉज आई विल बी पोस्टिंग लॉट्स एंड लॉट्स ऑफ स्मॉल क्लिप्स जो आप अपने टीम मेंबर्स के साथ और अपनी फैमिली के साथ शेयर कर सकते हो सो दैट सब लोग ग्रो करें इस इंडस्ट्री में। ऑल द बेस्ट।